All right, it's the Academy here. So I'm gonna break down Barca versus Juventus first leg, give you a prediction on the second leg, Champions League quarterfinals. I do this with all Champions League quarterfinals, well, pretty much all Champions League. So Juventus Barca came out 3-0. Juventus had 14 shots, 8 on target. Barca had 16, 4 on target. Possession battle, Barca obviously won, 32% of 68%. And corner kicks, Barca had more, which 18-5. Fouls, 21-18. Juventus won that. Yellow cards, 4-3. The ref was ridiculous. They gave Kadira a yellow card when he fell down at the 71st minute. He didn't fall down, he got tripped over. Then when Mario Mandzukic went in to get the ball with Roberts behind him, Roberts slid tackled him, and then they gave Mandzukic the yellow card. I don't know. The ref was just, I don't know. The ref was just everywhere. It seems like he just tried to make himself into the game. They were Polish, not that that matters, but man, I was like, what the fuck? But whatever. So going into this series, Barca has 3 wins, two losses, and 2 draws against Juventus all time. So obviously Barca wins that. But also Juventus, something that a lot of people didn't know, is that Juventus had 44 straight games at home without a loss. Their last loss was 2 years ago to Bayern Munich. So Barca came out in a 4-3-3. Juventus came out in a 4-2-3-1. I like the 4-3 by Barca because that's their classic. They always do that. Ever since Suarez, Neymar, and all them connected it to 4-3-3 all the time. So I didn't mind that. What I did mind was 4 center backs in in the 4-3-3. You had freaking Titi, BK, Matthew, and then Mascherano. I wouldn't mind if you had 3 center backs, but Mascherano as a center defensive mid when he's super slow, I would have put I would have pretty much switched Titi to where Matthew was at the I want to say left back position, and then I would have moved Matthew to center defensive mid, and I would have moved Mascherano to center back. I get Mascherano played center defensive mid in his young career, but dude, he's like what 39 in his late 30s, and he's not as fast, and it's gonna go to show in the when you see back the highlights, and if you actually watch the game, you'll see what happened. So coming off strong, Dybala scores a 6 minute. Defense was caught looking. Once again, Cuadrado with a beautiful assist. Um, Dybala obviously man of the match. He scored 2 goals. The beautiful one at the 22nd minute. It was just first touch curved in. Oh, it was sexy. So we go off that. Um, in the first half, really, Iniesta's miss was the big thing. That was like the 20th minute because then Dybala scored his second goal on a counter. That was a big miss. I was actually kind of shocked. Iniesta's usually clutch when you get inside the box, so I was kind of shocked that he missed that. Suarez is offside too. That sucked because Messi stole the ball literally, and they're literally like probably less than 10 yards outside of their box, and he stole it, and then Suarez cut in, and Messi passes to him a little bit too late, and then Suarez passes it back. Messi scores, and then boom, offsides. That was those right there, if that would have not been offside and Mesa would have made it, it would have been 2-2 going into the half. Then you have Higuain, who shot it from a little bit inside the box. The 43rd minute, it gets deflected by Ter Stegen. Almost someone catches the rebound. We get a corner. Then from the corner, Bonici Bonici in the center. I don't know if it was off the corner or after. Off the center, he at the 45th minute, he's about to header it in, and it gets a little bit too high. So you're going into the half 2-0. Nothing really big happening. Um, it was pretty much possession battle. I didn't see urgency in Barca really. They weren't. They had more possession time, but what Juventus had was that every time they went down and attacked in the first half, it was threatening. When Barca did that, like Barca had a lot of times where they were going in and they were missing. A lot of times where they were caught off sides, or a lot of times they were just blocked, or the shots weren't even on target. So, based off the first half, pretty much it goes back to the same basic of soccer. It's like you take advantage of your opportunities or you don't. And Juventus took advantage of all their opportunities that they could have. And Juventus could have scored 3, maybe 4. So that's what I'm going off too. So out of 4 tries, Juventus scored 2. Out of 2 tries, Messi and Barca didn't score any. So that's where you kind of like, all right, where's it going? You have to take advantage of what you're getting. And honestly, Messi seems super frustrated in the by in the first half. You can, I don't know. He just seemed pissed. He's usually not mad. He's usually really calm and collective. He's pretty much the guy, pretty much the emotional guys on the team. It's Suarez for sure, and it's sometimes Neymar. Neymar gets a little fired up because he's young. I would think Messi would be more calm because he's been here before. He's done it before. He doesn't give a damn. He's used to this pressure. So going to start the second half, they switch out Matthew and they bring Gomez. Um, I mean, I don't get why you didn't start Jordi Alba from the get-go. I don't know why. I know that who a couple were injured or coming off injuries or a yellow card. I forgot who it was exactly. But it wasn't Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba was yet to play. Duran was injured, and I forgot the other two people that could have played. Their midfielders. I forgot, man. Hold on, let me look it up. It's gonna chew me inside if I don't find out. So let me check this out. Let's see. All right, we're here. We're here. All right, who was out? Uh, Sergio Busquets suspended for the first leg, and Alexis Vidal and Rafinha are to miss out because of injury. Alexis Vidal and Rafinha. So Sergio Busquets, they needed him a lot. And even though he's just as slow, or not slower, no, he's not slower than Mastrano. Busquets plays that position, and he knows exactly what to do. Uh, they needed him a lot. They needed him big time because Busquets usually like cuts the passing lanes and knows when they're cutting and knows exactly where they're gonna go. Whereas in the second goal, dude, it was literally Mascherano just got caught looking. And in the first goal too, he didn't even get to him. So I was like, they needed Busquets a lot. So going back to the second half. Second half starts and right off the bat, Messi misses 46th minute. It was a pretty good shot on goal. Then we start going. Iniesta misses at the 51 mark. So two misses back to back. I'm like, wow, this is not. It started to feel like, all right, this is not going their way. But the one thing that I did like about Juventus that when they came out, they didn't just like, all right, we're gonna stay back and wait for them to come now. They pressured the ball and they said we're gonna get the third goal, and that's what I liked about Juventus because they saw what Barca did to PSG and they said, nah, we need to keep scoring and we need to get a good enough lead so Barca has a hard time coming back. So that's what happened. And then once again, Higuain all alone at the 53rd minute misses, just all alone misses right in front of the goalkeeper. And then Cellini comes in. Cellini at the 55th minute after what should have been an offsides call. It should have been an offsides because Bonucci was offsides, and then they got a corner off of it, and then the corner came, and then Cellini came and headers it in during the corner. So it should have been an offsides. That corner should have never happened. But that's the beauty about soccer is that mistakes happen, and you got to live to roll with them. It's the same thing in life. So that's one of the things that I like about in soccer. So obviously they score. It's 3-0. After that, when it's 3-0, Juventus ended up like coming down. The two Quadrado and Mandzukic ended up becoming, and Dybala too, ended up coming back and defending. So it was really like they were pretty much putting almost nine man in the box, and then Higuain was at top and not even at the midfield. He was like between like probably I would say around like probably yeah, probably around the midfielders, probably around the midfield line, a little bit lower. So Higuain didn't play that high up, which I liked a lot. So then, right in front of goal at the 67th minute, Suarez misses again. So obviously, it's like, dude, nothing's going right for Messi and Barcelona at this time. Messi at this point is not even breaking a sweat. Like they started focusing on Messi a lot, and you see Dybala sweating and sweating, and then Messi, man, he looks like he just fucking came to walk around the park. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like this is interesting. 74th minute comes. Suarez skyrockets the ball, not even close on target. And I was like, wow. The refs were making bullshit yellow cards back after back after back. Mandzukic got one. Kadira got one. I was shocked as hell. Now, this is important to remember. In the 71st minute, Kadira was not offsides, got called for an offsides, which would could have been the fourth goal because he passes to Cuadrado and Cuadrado scores. So that kind of takes away from the last from Cellini's goal when he was offsides. Kadira was onside and they scored, so it was kind of like that evened it out. So it was 3-0 still. But that should have been a goal and that should have counted. 71st minute was not an offside. I was kind of pissed at that point. I was because the ref was doing so bad. It's like yellow card to Mandzukic. He missed that offsides. Then Kadira comes and gets and then out of nowhere, Kadira gets tripped like 2 minutes after that. And then what happens? Yellow card for Kadira. I was pissed. So Umtiti, 80th minute, they try to give him a good center. It was too high for him. And then after that, it was just honestly, it was just Barca attacking and then Juventus doing a counter pretty much all the entire night after they scored the third goal. My final thoughts on the match, to be honest with you, I didn't feel like I didn't see urgency in Barcelona. I didn't feel like they wanted it. I felt like they were kind of like, fuck, we're back in the Champions League. I don't know if they were tired. I don't know if they're thinking about the Clásico coming up against Real Madrid. So I just didn't feel it a lot. I just felt like they were just there. Messi wasn't even a factor in this game, which was freaking crazy to me. Messi didn't do anything, to be honest, except when he stole that ball and then Suarez got called for the offsides. It's pretty much like his one shining moment, really. Um, Suarez missed a lot. Buffon came up. I mean, he didn't deflect the balls, but he got them to shoot way off. Messi did have a close shot in the first minute coming back. It was, but it was still off. It wasn't really like close. It wasn't even a corner, but it was a good shot to start off the second half. I don't know, man. I didn't see Barca really wanting it. And it's hard to think that because, Barca is always there. And I mean, they've pulled off the greatest comeback which happened before, you know, against PSG when PSG was winning 4-0, I believe. So, they've come back from bigger deficits, and not only that, but in 2012, 2013, the round of 16, AC Milan was winning 2-0. They came back. Barcelona won 4-0 at their house. Barca also did it again, and let me check. Barca did it again. They did it again at another time. Oh no, that was Real Madrid. Real Madrid did it twice. Oh no, and Barca did it again. They were losing 3-1 to Chelsea in the 1999-2000 Champions League. They were losing 3-1, and then they went back home, and then they went on aggregate 5-1. So they're no stranger to comebacks. Oh no, no, they don't beat them in aggregate 5-1. They win at home 5-1. So aggregate was 6-4. So they're used to making big comebacks, but I don't know, man. You had to have to do two comebacks in a row. You know what I mean? Like that caught up to Bayern Munich last season when they had to pull up when they were losing by to Porto to Porto, which yeah, the 14-15 season when they were losing to Porto 6-1 two seasons ago. They were losing to Porto and I mean, we didn't end up winning it. We ended up losing in the semifinals again. Then the next year, we were down to Juventus, and then we came back to beat them again, and then we lost to Barcelona last year or Atletico Madrid. We lost to them last year in the yeah, we lost because we played Juventus in the quarterfinals, and we went to go play Atletico Madrid, and we lost. So doing comebacks, you usually only get one good comeback. You know what I mean? And then to have two in the same Champions League season is really hard. So my prediction, and then Juve, like no matter how much PSG is good, Juve is just better, man. Like Juve has a better striker in Higuain. Dybala is a star in the come up. Their defense is known for like being the not dirty, but the toughest defense to go through. It's like Juve is just a better team, and they're built better than PSG, to be honest. So I have Juve beating them out. I don't have Juve beating them, but I have Juve losing 2-1 or 1-1 draw. But I think Juve advances, and they'll play the winners of the other quarterfinal matches. But that's my prediction, and we'll wait to see. I don't think Barca has enough energy in them to come back, but who knows? We'll see. But Just leave any questions and any comments that you have. If you agree with me or don't, tell me what you think, how the match is gonna end up. But yeah, man, we'll see. Tomorrow, it's tomorrow on the 18th, I believe. So it's gonna be a fun game. We'll watch it. All right.